A nationwide campaign to have the U.S. Surgeon General declare drunk driving a national crisis. The campaign is being led in part by author Sandy Golden. This afternoon at the State House, Golden and others held a rally to call attention to the drunk driving problem.
This picture of Charlene at the 1988 rally in Columbia drew national attention. That included the attention of several U.S. senators. Monday, the Senate presented the Surgeon General, Everett Koop, with a letter requesting that drunk driving be declared a national crisis.
Welcome to all of you here. Thank you for coming, and thank Dr. Koop for coming up the hill. And I'd like to thank particularly Sandy Golden for the initiative he's taken. We're here today to focus on the threat that drunk driving poses to our nation.
Alcohol is the grim reaper. Drunk driving's got to stop.
We have a distinct vested interest in protecting the public from such unwarranted and wide-scale human destruction.
I have hundreds of letters from high school children and state legislators asking for help. These letters, I have some of them here today. I have hundreds of them.
The American Medical Association has been concerned with the problem of drunk driving.
Drunk driving is one of the leading public health problems this country faces today. The economic burden associated with alcohol-related motor vehicle crashes exceeds a staggering $12 billion per year. These human and economic losses are particularly tragic because they are preventable.
I represent approximately 12,000 emergency physicians. Come with me some Saturday night about 2 o'clock in the morning to my emergency department. You'll get to know what the odor of stale alcohol is like because it's always there.
This threat is so deadly that 99 senators have signed a letter calling this a national crisis. Charlene, would you please come up here and join us? There's Charlene. Good. Recently, my attention was drawn to the fact that a 12-year-old girl suffered from this cruel killer. She had a handwritten poster which said, quote, "My dad was killed by a drunk driver and no one cares," unquote. So I want you to know, Charlene, that I care, the whole United States Senate cares, and millions of other Americans. Join us by writing your name as the 100th signature on this letter to the Surgeon General, and you can deliver it to him right here. There you go.
I'm going to give you a pen.
Now we're very honored to have with us the Surgeon General of the United States, Dr. Everett Koop, and we'd love to hear from him.
Thank you, sir. I hope you all noticed that history was just made here. It's very seldom that two senators kneel by the side of a young lady, especially at the same time. We know that drunk driving is the direct cause of far too many tragedies in our own neighborhoods and in our homes. And I think we must make it clear on one particular major point. When the American people, acting at the community and the state levels, decide they want to get drunk drivers off our roads, that and only that time is when it will happen. Our citizens know that they have a problem, and now they must show that they have the will to solve it. This event today is certainly strong evidence that Americans are developing the will to fight back against drunk drivers and to win. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Koop, for those well-chosen words. And now, very fitting, as anchorman to wind this press conference up, and the man who issued the original clarion call in his book, Sandy Golden.
It was my hope in coming to the U.S. Senate, helping to get 99 U.S. senators, and that is historical for that many to sign a letter of this nature, calling on Dr. Koop to declare drunk driving a national crisis and then take all appropriate actions necessary to bring it under control. In the 10-year period, 250,000 American citizens of all ages met death in alcohol-related crashes. That's 5 times the number of those killed in the Vietnam War. Drunk driving should be declared a national crisis immediately. There should be a team of people working on this starting tomorrow, just as if 2 jetliners were to crash on top of the Capitol. I hope you will relay this to your viewers and your listeners and your readers, is that there is no excuse any longer to allow the carnage on American highways to continue, so that less children like Charlene will carry a sign saying, "My dad was killed by a drunk driver and no one cares." I told her she was wrong, and I'm not sure so more, Charlene. I think it's time that we all come together now and get rid of drunk driving, and we can do it. There's an army built up of support for Dr. Koop. He needs to take command of it, and I pray to God that he will.
Charlene is going to say something now. There.
Stand up.
Stand up. There.
Now you're taller than all the rest of us there.
Okay, I'd like to thank everybody for being here today, and I hope that no other little girl or boy has to go through the pain and sorrow that I went through.
Good. Thank you very much. Thank you, Charlene, and would ask if there are any questions that you would care to address to any of us. Sir.
No, I can't. I've already stated that there's no point in undertaking an initiative such as this unless it is done well. I have a reputation for being successful at the things that I undertake, and I don't want to fall flat on my face with this one. And as I implied in my remarks, there's no doubt about the fact that this is a public health problem, but it is not the public health authorities that can change the situation. Unless we have, at every level of state and municipal government, a tougher policy with those people who are guilty of drunk driving, then we are never going to succeed. And the people that can bring that about are the grassroots people in this country.
And we know Dr. Koop to be a man of action, and I think he's going to take an appropriate period of time in which to determine that course of action, and he'll get it done. Yes, of course.
This is the mother of Charlene, and we're very delighted to have her with us.
I'm a very hostile mother. I'm a very short mother. You want me this high? Okay. I have fought the system. I fought the judicial system in South Carolina. I'm tired of fighting. I want these political maneuvers, whatever you want to call them, quit. I want the Surgeon General to say, this is a national disaster, and get it started. Once he does it, then the states, the communities, whatever, are going to do their job. We've done ours. We've got letters. We've got signatures. We've barn hopped. We've door stopped. Everybody I talk to says we're tired of it, but we can do nothing. Our judicial system will not listen to us. I've been told to write letters till I could scream. I'm not going to write another letter. I'm begging, Mr. Koop, please, you take the first step, and then the rest of us will follow you. But we need a leader. I'm going to fight. I'm not going to quit. Thank you.
Couldn't do it nearly as well.
Can I add something, please, before you ask another question? In your press packs, I've written about a 4-page document which is a definitive battle plan for the Surgeon General. If it were followed, we could eliminate drunk driving as the leading cause of death in this country within a year. And let me explain why. We have roughly 3,300 counties in the United States, and within each county, there's a system that's supposed to protect the public from drunk drivers. In every community in the nation, without exception, those systems are loaded with dangerous flaws and deficiencies, any one of which can lead to the unnecessary death or injury of an innocent person. By taking a total systems approach, investigating where those flaws are, we can bring drunk driving under control. But it's going to take a battle plan, and it's going to take a great general to lead that army that's been provided for him. And I don't see that happening here today, and I shudder to think how many more people are going to have to suffer because of it.
Is that an official action, or is it just a symbolic action to declare a national crisis?
Well, I'm not sure that the Surgeon General has the authority to do that, but delighted to hear his response. Do you want to say?
Well, I don't think it takes a Surgeon General to declare a crisis when everybody knows there is a crisis. What I do think is that I am being a little bit put upon by people not in this government to assume responsibilities that are not mine and that I do not believe that I can usurp. I am a man of integrity. I make no promises that I can't keep. I've said all today that I intend to say, and I will do it to the best of my ability, period.
Thank you,
And I
Dr.
have to get to a meeting which I'm now 10 minutes late for.
Good. Thank you, Dr. Koop, very much, and I appreciate what you said, and I particularly appreciate your being with us. But I think we can all agree that we have a very real problem here. We've gone a little of the way down the road. We've got a lot more distance to go. I think we've had a good press conference, and I would call it wish you all well and carry the story.